Hi everyone, Valerie from the Highland Homestead here. Today I'm going to be pruning my peppers. The reason we do this is to make the little plant stockier. It encourages these side shoots, which are already started on this one, I'm pleased to say. It encourages these to grow. Otherwise peppers tend to just get taller and taller. Whereas if we take out this growing tip, we'll get branches coming from each of the axis of the leaf and the stem, which is what we want because that means more fruit. So what we do is we count. You want at least 6 leaves on each plant before you do this. It can be 8 you can cut down to, it's your choice really, but you want at least 6 to do it with. My peppers have struggled this year. I don't know if anybody else's has. I think it's the weird weather we're having. Last week we had beautiful sunshine, which I thought, right, this is good for the peppers. And then the last 2 days we've had snow, which is very bad for the peppers. Nonetheless, they've done pretty well. Probably not as well as they would have in a better climate, but we have to work with what we've got, don't we? So I'm going to count up on here. 2, 4, 6, 8, I'm going on there, and then we snip it across there. All of that taken off. And it's the pretty bit as well. This is quite an attractive one. It's got the white in the leaf. That's number 1 done. Candy cane. You can see as well these little shoots that are coming already, and now the hormones in the plant will send all its energy to those axis points and we'll get branches, hopefully. This is a sweet cherry pimento. They're also struggling. I'm not sure the potting compost I've got this year is up to standard as it has been in other years. So I'm going to be potting these on next week into their permanent pots, and I'll make my own mix up, I think, just so that they've got a better start. So whether it is a sweet pepper, a chili pepper, pimento, anything, you do them all the same. This is a sweet pepper, this one. This is like the bell peppers that we get. Same principle applies. Cut them off and these little axis points will send out the shoots once again. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Off it comes. During the season, as these little branches, as they'll become, grow and turn this into like quite a bushy pepper, you can cut that as well. And if you do the same principle, so that's coming out the side, you count off your 6, snip it, and then you'll get branches coming from that axis. You need to be careful not to overdo it really, because it will stop the light and oxygen getting to it if you make it too bushy. So we'll do it again. Now that's a weird one. The leaves have gone funny. I'm just going to take the centre out of this one. That's it. That's a lot less than that one. See, that's a sweet cherry pimento, so that's a slightly smaller pepper. So we have to cut a little less out of them, whereas the candy cane looks like she's going to be a big pepper. I remember rightly, it's the number 6 on the hotometer. I have already potted this up into its last pot. This is the Demon Red. This is a 10 on the hotometer, and it is already producing little side shoots. It's a much smaller plant, this one. I think it only gets to about that high maybe. This is already doing the job itself. It's putting out these little side shoots. We'll take that growing point there, just to encourage it a bit more. Right, I've just got a few more to do now, so we should actually do this pruning before they get their first fruit buds. It's quite important not to cut them off. Going to leave that one. That's not particularly obvious, and it hasn't got that many leaves on it either, to be honest. Just leave that until next week, and it may be more obvious where I should prune it. Trouble is, if we're not careful, they'll start putting flowers out, however small they are. They're so willing. Right, and these are the last two now. These are the last two Demon Red to be done. This one is already growing quite a considerable little branch there in the axis point. So that's the peppers pruned. I shall leave them like this to get over their shock for a few days, and then I'll pot them up in their permanent pots before they go in the greenhouse, and we'll see how they go. Well, that's all for now from Valerie at the Highland Homestead. Thanks for watching. Bye!